Whilst we're still waiting to learn more details about the Side Order Wave 2 DLC in Splatoon 3, I got thinking, what about the other two DLC waves? Now, I know what you're gonna say, there's only two waves, Ben. We've had the Inkopolis DLC and then we're getting Side Order, nothing more. But honestly, I think we are, and I think there's good evidence to suggest that we will be too. Now, the most obvious evidence we have that we're going to see more DLC is this sneaky little conspiracy theory which went around online. This image seems to show that the colors they use in the expansion pass branding seem to correlate with DLC waves. For example, the yellow represents the Inkopolis DLC, and then the blue represents Side Order. So what about the teal and the red? What do they represent? Now, I think this is a pretty compelling argument, but anytime this gets brought up, you get a lot of doubters. People often say, well, it could just be a color scheme, it doesn't necessarily have to mean anything. But first of all, Nintendo is usually very intentional about how they design things. I don't feel like most things are an accident when it comes to Nintendo. We can also clearly see more tags behind that Inkopolis one. They aren't just colors, they are literal tags, which would suggest that text should be attached to them too. Nintendo very easily could have just used the dark blue and then the yellow colors if they were only going to have two waves of these also. But in my opinion, the most compelling argument is the fact that Side Order most likely will release in late 2023 or perhaps even early 2024. So what about the rest of the year? Nintendo confirmed at the very start that they were going to be updating Splatoon 3 for 2 years. That means that updates should roughly end around September 2024. Therefore, I really can't imagine them not wanting to have any more DLC for all that time. It would seem like such a wasted opportunity. I could definitely imagine Nintendo ending off the support for the game with a big DLC update. That would definitely make a lot of sense. Now, in terms of what these DLC could actually be, I honestly have no idea. I'm assuming that at least one of them would have more story mode stuff, but I can't really imagine them giving us another plaza. After all, what else could they really give us? Unless they give us a totally new area to explore, which could be really cool honestly. Maybe we could actually get an expansion for Splatsville itself and get totally new shops and such. I'm sure there's a lot of potential. Either way, I'm fairly confident that Nintendo will decide to release 2 more waves of the DLC. Especially if we really do get Side Order this September, then I really can't imagine them leaving 2024 with no DLC at all. It just really wouldn't make much sense given how we've seen Nintendo release DLC in the past. I'm super excited for what they could come up with though. I'm sure there's a ton of potential, so I'd really love to see what they could release for us. But let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Do you think we're going to see more waves of DLC after Side Order? I'd love to hear your thoughts. If you made it to the end of the video, be sure to comment Splat Gang down below so I know you did. If you enjoyed, be sure to leave a like, and if you haven't already, consider subscribing and turning on notifications for more.